And many signs are pointing to an economic recession next year. And earlier I spoke to the chief economist at hedge fund Tressis to get his take on what a potential recession might look like. So thanks for joining me here, Daniel, today. Now, first question is, what signs are pointing to a recession that you're seeing?
The first sign, obviously, is the yield curve. If we look at the inversion of the yield curve, which has always been a clear sign of the possibility of a recession, almost 70% of the yield curve in the United States is already showing that signal. Also, the manufacturing side of the economy. I think that it's important to remember that we have seen a few months of very weak manufacturing data. Now, additionally, if we think about the environment for employment, it is true that the jobs data is pretty robust. However, weakening is starting to show. For example, the labor participation rate and the employment to population rate have not improved for months. No? So I think that those are elements that add to the concern of obviously rising mortgage rates and rate hikes.
You know, a lot of economists, many different groups are saying recession very likely next year. But I want to be a little bit optimistic. In your opinion, what would be the best case scenario? Let's just imagine for a moment.
Well, I think that the best case scenario would be that inflation comes down quickly. The Fed then stops hiking rates, by May, June, and that in that scenario, the economy starts to grow more rapidly into the third and the fourth quarter. I think that the best scenario would be certainly if we see inflation coming down quickly, and that eliminates the risk of the Fed taking more aggressive action.
You know, commodity prices have been falling and supply chains easing slightly. Should that give us some hope at least?
Well, certainly the fact that we see commodity prices weakening and that in the middle of the Ukraine invasion, because it's going on, it's ongoing. No, oil prices are about to make a U-turn on the year, and we have seen cereal prices also come down significantly. All those are positive factors. However, the figure of inflation that was published for November is concerning because that already includes the slowdown and the reduction in some of the commodity prices. So I think that's why the Fed gave a more hawkish tone in their last FOMC meeting and indicated that they would not cut rates until 2024. But certainly, if commodities continue to go down and we see commodities and also house prices coming down, that would certainly help.
One more thing, Daniel. Elsewhere, you said recessions are the direct consequences of the stimulus plan. Just expand a little bit on that.
Think about this. In 2020, central banks and governments implemented an experiment that was extremely dangerous. The central banks increased money supply in a way that was completely unprecedented, 5 times faster than in the 2009 QE. And at the same time, governments massively increased government spending. So that generated a massive inflationary spiral that is working now as a boomerang. It's sort of like you have the backlash of those stimulus plans. If you think about this, it's like getting a huge night out with a massive drinking binge and then suffering the hangover. We are suffering the hangover from those stimulus plans that delivered no real long-term growth or certainly no multiplier effect, more debt, more inflation, and now we're living the backlash, the hangover of stimulus plans.
I see. All right. Thank you very much, Daniel Lacalle, Chief Economist at Tressis Hedge Fund. Pleasure speaking to you today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, leave your comments below, and keep defending freedom. Thank you very much.